Where Hammers Walk Podcast. Uncut. Introducing your presenter, the one, the only, Sam.
Hello and welcome to Sam Alden's 45, Where Hammers Walk. Obviously, we're always part of Where Hammers Walk. And this is also from my personal TikTok, so everyone gets to see this. My beautiful face. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about anything today, except for one. This is, of course, a transfer roundup. And we have got our second signing already within 5 days. 5th of January, and we already got 2 signings. This is really unlike West Ham to have 2 signings and 2 strikers as well. So 2 strikers, 2 new signings. Not really a secret because everyone kind of knew that this was going to happen. But it really shows how much trouble West Ham are in for we're needing to sign strikers and transfers really quickly in this window to get anywhere, especially after that diabolical last 2 Wolves. Anyway, let's see who we got this time round. It is our new number 11, Tatty Castellanos, or his proper name being Valentina Castellanos, also known as Tatty Castellanos. I think we will probably just say Tatty. Hello Tatty, we'd like a bit of Tatty. Anyway, we signed him off Lazio for £25 million, and you could say that's a bit of a coup there. Still expensive side, 25 million. He's definitely replacing Nicholas Füllkrug, who's gone off to AC Milan. It's a bit of expensive acquisition again, so we've already spent nearly 50 million on 2 strikers. But is it worth it? I'm not sure. If you look at his stats at the moment, so since he's been at Lazio, in 23-24 season, he had 35 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. That's not wow. It's okay. Just about it. I mean, in the Champions League that year, he got 7 appearances, no goals, no assists. So really, you add them together, 42 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. Not great. The following season, however, 24-25 season, he had 29 games, 10 goals, 3 assists. That's much better. 10 goals. If you can get a 10-goal striker for West Ham, 10-goal striker a season, it'll be very, very valuable indeed. And in the Europa League that season as well, he got 11 games, 4 goals, 2 assists. So in total, that would have been 40 games, 14 goals, and 5 assists. So that's much better season last season. This season, however, he's had 11 games and 2 goals and 3 assists. So his goal scoring hasn't been quite as prolific as last season. He's certainly been having worse goals per game, and the 2 goals were quite early on in the season. In fact, his last goal was against Genoa, I believe it was, in September. So it's been quite a while for him to score. But what is interesting is how he's kept the assist constant. So it's obvious he's not just really a goal scoring machine, but he's someone that sets up play, brings others into the game, which could be very useful for West Ham. It basically could be a bit more of an advanced Callum Wilson. He's very much known as an aggressive player, a creative player, and he's a bit of a mixture of a target man and a second striker. So we can lump it up to him if we're more defensive. So towards the end of games, this could be very useful to have him on. Where we just pin back and we can just hit it forward to Castellanos could be very useful, but at the same time as a second striker, if we're chasing a game, we can put Castellanos and Wilson on, or Castellanos and Pedro. Pedro? Not Pedro. Pablo. I don't know why I keep calling him Pedro for. Pablo. So we can have Castellanos and Pablo, and Castellanos that's more for second striker, but creating more of an attacking threat when we need a goal. This could be very, very useful, but he's also as a attacking playmaker. So he can then start setting things up for Bowen. It's not just Paqueta, all for, we can take the weight off Paqueta's shoulders here, where he's not the one needing to create things for Bowen. We can get Castellanos. So you look at the stats, they're not great in terms of goals, but as overall play, this could be a very, very, very good signing. For 25 million, 27 years old, I'm not too fussed about that because we have got a much younger squad this season than we have. We've got all our youngsters, Potts, Scarves and all that, so a 27-year-old is fine. It's just hitting prime, that's okay. 25 million, not the worst price. It's not 50 million Paqueta again, but at the same time it's not a 5 million, 10 million Jordan Hugel signing. So could be alright. A lot of people have put in similar playing styles to Edin Dzeko and Dimitar Berbatov, so that could be interesting. This sounds not had yet before, but he's not as athletic. So I don't know. We'll see how this one turns out. Hopefully, though, he has signed in time to play for the game against Nottingham Forest tomorrow, or today, whenever you're watching this. But that means nothing, like we saw with Pablo, bloody Pablo, not Pedro, Pablo. Yeah, as we saw with Pablo, he was signed in time, didn't play against Wolves, so it means nothing that we've signed Castellanos in time for Nottingham Forest. It don't mean he will play, but at least he can be in the squad. That is the main thing. So as always, here's a random TikTok rating. Last time for Pablo we got 10, and oh dear, we've gone from the opposite of 10 to 2. 2 out of 10, so TikTok doesn't have much faith. This time I'm going opposite again, and I'm saying he's going to be a lot better than a 2, and I'm giving him a 7 again. I think it's about the same kind of signing as Pablo did. Almost said Pedro again. So 2 and a 7. It's not too. I mean, I think I'm probably more white for TikTok here. So that's it for today's transfer. It's good to see Castellanos coming in, a new number 11. Hopefully this time this will be a much better number 11 than Fulkrug was. But we wish him luck, and if he plays and give us his all, we're all going to be happy. So as always, one last thing for us to say. Come on, you irons. Irons.